Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today I'm doing a reading for the sign of Aries for the second part of September. Please remember this is a general reading. There may be some parts that do not resonate with you. Please take the parts that do and leave the rest. You may also want to check out your other signs. I've already meditated on the cards. I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. As you can see in the past position, Aries, we've got the moon clarified by the Six of Cups. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the challenging obstacle position clarified by the Four of Pentacles. In the present position, we've got the Hermit clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Swords in the future outcome position clarified by the Hanged Man. Again, Aries, this is a spread for the second part of September. In the past position, we've got the Moon card, which could be a card about facing the unknown, a little bit of paranoia. It could be a card of repressed emotions, of having difficulty with something. It could be that you're only seeing in the past, you were in a situation where you only saw half the big picture, half of something. Of course, you may believe that you've actually seen the whole situation, but this card indicates that you missed something truly important. Which later may have been revealed to you, which is why in the present position you've got the Hermit, someone who is kind of standing or moving away from people, perhaps as a result that the Hermit learned something that he wasn't aware of. The moon is about emotions, and sometimes it could be that you were keeping a secret from someone, or someone was keeping a secret from you that was very, very important. It's about facing your fears. The animals in this card represent your fears. The two towers in this card represents the good and the bad, and making the choice. Sometimes when you are affected by something, sometimes you gravitate towards the not so good, and of course the path in between these two towers indicates your desire to overcome the obstacle. Of course, in the clarifying position, we've got the Six of Cups. So to me, this is generally a very positive card. It suggests that you have really fond memories of that childhood. It's about innocence and joy, and something that in the past, far past, that you had happen, definitely had a wonderful effect on you. But on some of you, this card is actually not so good, because it could indicate nostalgia. So maybe being stuck in the past, not kind of like, thinking of only the good things, but not seeing the person for who that person really is. But there is someone here who did turn their back. There's a third person in this card as well. He's on this bridge. So in the combination with the moon, it could be that maybe you were in a relationship and there was a third person that you did not know about. Definitely, it's this combination is about feeling disconnected, maybe about feeling lost, not sure how you feel about a certain relationship that of course meant a lot to you. It could be that there was a misunderstanding in the past that is still affecting you, that you are unable to move forward from. And of course, life teaches us that there are no fast forward buttons. We have to overcome things step by step, which interestingly enough is also reflected in the Hanged Man. This person is immobilized involuntarily. He is placed in this position to force to have a lesson learned, and so this card is also about there are no fast forwards in life. You have to go through every single step of unpleasant things in life as well as pleasant things. In the obstacle position, we've got the Queen of Pentacles clarified by the Four of Pentacles. To me, suggests you may have a little bit of financial worries on your hands. It could be that, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles on her own in a kind of in a normal placement is a very powerful card and very good for your finances. But when it is in the negative position, obstacle position, it could mean that you may feel like you're out of control. You may feel like you don't have enough resources or support. You may feel a little bit of weakness in something. Note this rabbit. Definitely a symbol of luck and spring and things coming to life. So like I said, generally it is a positive card, but in the negative position it may suggest that you don't feel like there is enough for you, perhaps to carry you through the storm. The Four of Pentacles is about someone who's greedy. It's about someone who turns their back on family members, maybe kind of not refusing to help them financially or something. The Four of Pentacles is definitely about feeling insecure and trying to control too many things. It's about definitely pushing people away. It could be for some of you inability to let go of patterns or behaviors or people that kind of don't really serve you. So definitely feeling stuck. There's not a lot of progress overall in this reading. This reading is very, very slow moving, kind of stagnating. The definitely, you know, it's a combination here that could indicate you're being too possessive over something. So definitely a little bit of low vibration energy. In the present position, we've got the Hermit, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. The Hermit is not good for love because the Hermit is alone. So for the romance department, it's definitely not the best card to have. It may be that you are in a relationship but you're feeling alone in that relationship. There's some kind of distance, perhaps emotional distance, that you may feel with someone who's very, very close to you. The Wheel of Fortune generally is a very positive card, but paired with the Hermit, it suggests that, I mean, it purely presents as a card of time. So it suggests that you may, you know, feel like you're not progressing as fast as you would like to be. Definitely, you could be wasting even some time. It's a warning from the divine to make sure that you are careful with how you spend your time. You're careful with how you spend your resources. This is the time to put your nose to the grind to make sure that you're doing everything you can possibly do to meet all your obligations and responsibilities. It could be that the Hermit, you may be realizing some answers that you did not see before. Definitely growing and getting some wisdom. Maybe wanting to spend, you know, some time alone to, you know, process different emotions, process kind of the search for different answers. Maybe you're feeling like you're missing someone. Perhaps you're missing someone from the past that made you feel a certain way. But definitely paired with the Wheel of Fortune, you may feel like you're going in circles sometimes, and that is because you're repeating the behavior, and the divine, of course, is suggesting that you re-examine as to, you know, each and every component, you know, regarding why when you go to school the same thing happens, or why when you go to work the same thing happens, because the common denominator in that situation is you. So maybe you are carrying yourself a certain way, maybe you're saying a certain, maybe you're used to thinking a certain way, and maybe you need to adapt a different perspective, which of course the Hanged Man is all about. It's, a different perspective is then forced upon you, sometimes by the divine, in order for you to kind of nudge you into progressing. The Hermit is a major arcana card, and it's number 9, and of course the Wheel of Fortune is number 10. So these two cards are kind of following each other, and it's a very powerful message from the divine to pay attention, to realize that answers are not outside. Your mom can't give you an answer, your sister can't give you an answer, your husband or friend or wife or brother or neighbor. The answers are only found within you, so make sure that is where you look. And sometimes you don't realize the answer right away, which means you have to wait. If you wait long enough, the mind will tell you. Definitely the Hermit is about wisdom, and sometimes wisdom has a component of patience built into it, so it is important to remember that patience sometimes is necessary, but the divine is here also saying patience is different from wasting time. You kind of know when you're wasting time. You kind of know when you need a minute to let your emotions reverberate through you. So it's very much an individualistic decision as to how you approach it. But definitely it's a warning to invest time in your health. And of course, health is not always about eating fruits and vegetables and taking walks or exercising or what have you. Health can be watching a funny movie to make sure that you laugh. Health can be reconnecting with someone to make sure you get that social interaction. Health is not just about hospitals and doctors and whatnot. There's also, many different holistic views onto health as well. So definitely this card is about making sure that you do take your vitamins and do take your walks and do drink water and but it's also about hobbies. Maybe there's a hobby that you need to take up. Maybe you need to allow a channel of creativity, where you do something with your hands that, could be therapeutic, or whatnot. In the future position, the future outcome position, we've got the Ten of Swords, which of course is dead energy. It is a card of completion. You do have 10 as well in the face of the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely you, along with, pretty much all the other sides, are starting a new chapter in your life. And it's going to be a great chapter. It's opening many new opportunities for you. The Ten of Swords is not written in stone. It is a warning. It is a reminder from the divine that, hey, you may be going in the wrong direction. There may be a sudden change. Evaluate everything that is, in front of you. Maybe you need to evaluate some of your relationships or friendships or people at school, at work, people who live next to you. Definitely there's, swords represent words. So it could be that someone is talking negatively behind your back and you may be aware of it, and you're just kind of maybe hurting your feelings. Sometimes the Ten of Swords is referred to as death by 1,000 cuts. So definitely the swords can be significant as far as negative words being said about you. The Hanged Man is a card of betrayal possible. It's a card of sacrifice. But be aware, sometimes people are so afraid of the situation that they make unnecessary sacrifices for the bad to go away and the good to return, because we're so used to immediate gratification. The Hanged Man is a serious warning from the divine, suggesting that there's something you're blatantly refusing to see, and or you may be ignoring, or you may just not be aware. But there is some blind spot that is quite significant. So make sure that you reevaluate and re-examine, and if there is a difficult change that comes about, you already will be prepared for it. The Ten of Swords doesn't have to be about feeling despair and hopeless, and hitting rock bottom, but it does contain a nasty surprise factor, so be aware of it. It also suggests not to give up, because drama will pass. And as you can see, the Ten of Swords has, golden kind of background coming through. So the storm is washing over you, and you're coming, out on the other side. The combination with the Hanged Man, however, suggests danger. So definitely make sure that for the September period of time, you pay attention and you are aware, and you look both ways when you cross the street, and you just generally take precautions and don't kind of move too fast. Again, the ultimate message of this spread is you cannot fast forward life. You have to take life as it comes. The divine knows how strong you are. The divine is aware, and so everything that you're going through is only going to make you more courageous, more brave, more strong, and a wonderful example for people that are coming up behind you. Let's see what message we have from the universe. And that card says, happiness is my birthright. Very bright, wonderful reminder from the universe that you deserve to be happy. You've worked really hard to be happy, so definitely, attract happiness. The energy oracle cards, we've got woman holding a coin, indecision, and patience. Of course, patience is definitely called upon here, and it is an element of the Hermit card as well. The divine is urging you to make sure to take the time. Don't rush. Even though you may find yourself in a difficult situation, it's important to make sure that you're aware of all the pieces of information. This angel is about letting go of desperation. When the patience card appears, it's telling you to relax, let go of the single-minded desperation that's been driving you. Don't try to force your will. When you think there is only one option, make sure that you see that there are many, many different options. Let go of anxiety and be flexible. Be patient, open, creative. Choose to be peaceful in the present. The universe has more options that you may be aware of. Quiet your mind, broaden your perspective, and let the light come through. Of course, the woman holding a coin definitely suggests that you need to focus on your health as well as your money. This card indicates that there may be support or assistance around you. A friend perhaps could give you a financial advice, or you may connect with someone who does know a lot of things about the financial realm. This woman in the card may be someone you meet where you make your money, or it may be a woman of wealth and value. Either way, this card is telling you to be on the lookout for helpful assistance connected to a woman of wealth and business. And of course, the indecision card urges you to go ahead and make the decision. Even though it may be a wrong decision, you still gain experience, you still gain connections, you still gain valuable insight and information, rather than being indecisive and losing all ability to gather information. It's not a very positive card, but the divine is definitely urging you to go ahead and make that decision. Not the right time, yes, and peaceful resolution. So definitely, of course, all of us want to progress and move as fast as we can, especially when we're pursuing our goals and dreams. But the divine here is reminding you that we need to be very cautious and very detailed and make sure that we, dot all the I's and cross all the T's and make sure that we, follow the path that is right in front of us. Let's see what ancestors and angels have for us. We've got Shield Maiden, Spring, and Protection Guardian. Definitely the divine is looking out for you and wanting to make sure that you are protected. Let me just pull up a more detailed explanation of this card, and it says, drop your shields. Drop any shield of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun. Know that you don't need to hide who you are or the gifts that you have. You were born to shine. You may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be making you feel unsafe. Know that angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. Call on your guides for help in changing your frequency so you can feel safe and protected at this time. You're stronger than you think, and your angels and ancestor guides are here to help you realize this now. The spring card is wonderful, and of course the rabbit is definitely a symbol of luck. The divine is definitely sending you some spiritual help coming your way. The card is about getting ready to bring to life all of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. When this card appears, you're moving into a space that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way you've never done before. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth, and if you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and soul. When this spring card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming spring will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. And of course, the Shield Maiden is about following your plans. This is about concentrating on your goals and dreams, and sometimes part of the success element in pursuing goals and dreams is of course planning. Those who fail to plan to fail. Sometimes plans need to be extremely detailed, so you have to write down the plan and then make adjustments and adjustments. When you're sick of writing more plans and the page looks covered completely in your writing, then probably you have a very close like a very good big chance of succeeding. I hope you enjoyed this reading, Aries. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.